Hoops is pretty much a site where you can go to get news coverage and video coverage of basketball in the area, ranging from elementary basketball all the way up to college basketball, because we got the elementary basketball teams, we have the park and recs, we have junior high teams, we have high school teams. We also had the two colleges in Barstow and Victorville. So all of that is going to be accessible to the public. Just going to the site, and it'll be a journalistic spin to it, but it'll be a heavy video presence on it. So you want to see some highlights of basketball games. You missed a game that you wanted to go to, it'll be full highlights of the games that you missed, whether it be basketball for high schools. It won't be every game, but it will be a lot of the games. The planned launch date for the site is November the 1st. It's possible that we might push that up and do it the 25th, which I believe is the Monday before the 1st. But we're looking at November 1st. The site is actually up, but the full content is not up. It's really a brainchild from a long time ago. But what actually really made it snap is it just was needed. I mean, it's something that's not available to high desert basketball. I mean, as far as coverage, as far as videos. I mean, you do searches online and you'll get maybe one or two people doing any type of coverage video wise, and it's just really lacking. So I wanted to provide something that's available to the athletes in the high desert. I mean, coaches, parents, I mean, anybody that's just trying to get any information, any highlights as far as basketball in the area. Mainly, a lot of times I hear about a good ball player, and I want to know which colleges recruiting them, which colleges they go to, what's their stats, when they're playing. And I go online, I can't find this information. So it's really, I created something that I was in search of and couldn't find it. So since I couldn't find it, I made it myself.
And the other thing too is you have a passion for it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll watch amateur basketball, high school basketball, junior high, college basketball before I watch, the NBA. But I like basketball in general. I mean, I grew up playing basketball. I mean, I've always been into coaching and stats, and I mean the whole thing that comes along with basketball. So it's something that I enjoy. I mean, it's fun to me. I mean, I'm having a good time, doing it. So it's like, I mean, I do it just for the enjoyment of it, as a fan, as a parent of a student athlete. So it's a fun thing for me. It's really a fun thing for me.
So approximately how many teams are you covering in the high desert?
Right now, I got 17 schools on my radar, and that's high school schools, high school team, and that's would be 17 times 2, because you got boys and girls basketball. I'm also be doing some of the freshman and JV teams, which kind of adds a little bit more to that number. I am going to do the elementary teams when they play for the High Desert Elementary tournament. So that's about another 20 teams. I got the two colleges, Barstow and Victorville, that I'll be covering them. So that's two more, actually 4 more teams, because you got the men's and women's teams. And also, I'm coming across some non-organized type basketball teams that I'll be covering as well. So, I mean, you're talking a lot. I mean, anything that's basketball, I want to hit it, whether it's, from pickup games to elementary to junior high to college. I mean, I'm even, and I don't want to give something away, but I'm doing a lot of journalistically. I'm doing some lead following. I'm searching after leads, and I'm following leads, and it's possible that I will follow some local athletes who go to colleges outside of the area, just to keep tabs on our high school athletes once they leave the high desert. but I don't want to
You
give
know,
too much away.
I've seen some of the highlights that you've already recorded, and they're pretty exciting. Just a little glimpse of what I've seen on a couple of teams, I thought, wow, these guys really know how to handle the ball. They're young, and by the time they become seniors or juniors in school, these guys are going to dominate the league, which is awesome because it's kind of great to see the progression. Now, me as a parent that does not have children playing basketball, I'm still excited to see these guys. What are some of the reaction that you're getting from the parents and the kids who've seen themselves online?
It's been really positive. A lot of people are excited about it. In fact, sometimes actually recently I was going to a football game and somebody recognized who I was. Like, hey, I like your basketball videos, but I'm at a football game. So it's like, I mean, I've had parents come to me and say, you know, we like what you're doing. You're doing a good job. There's one particular athlete that I've been going back and forth interviewing, and he, you know, because I've been recording basketball games before this site was actually conceptualized. So, and I had this athlete tell me, you know, I really appreciate all that you're doing as far as, you know, covering what I do as far as basketball. I mean, I've had parents tell me, you know, college recruits have contacted them just by seeing a video that I did of a game that their son was in. So, I mean, it's starting to develop a little bit of an excitement behind the whole, just the excitement in the videos, because I mean it's not just like, you know, I put a little bit of entertainment value into the highlight clips, and yeah, I mean even people that's not a part of the teams are, you know, come up to me and say, hey, you know, you're that guy to do the videos. I'm like, yeah, that's me. So
because I can see it now, I can see the coaches saying, Brian, could you possibly come to our game? Because every time you show up with the camera, the guys just, their game just goes to another level. It's like, the guy with the camera's here.
And you know what? I mean, that could be a good thing and a bad thing. I don't want it to be like, you know, I'm going to do something special for the camera. But I know as I show up, I in fact, I'm even with, I won't say the particular sport, but I see people looking up at me like, okay, he's here. I want to make sure I'm on my game, you know. But I look forward to coaches and athletes or whatever coming up to me and say, okay, look, we know you're in the stands. We want you to come to the stand, check out our athlete or whatever, because some coaches or even some athletes are gonna want to say, hey, look, I'm good. I need to be showcased. And I don't have that outlet for that. So if you can show up to my game, you know, that would be great. And at this point, I mean, I do have a pretty, I don't want to say hectic, but I got a really busy schedule for the next couple of months as basketball season starts to progress. But I will be, the schedule will change a little bit. It'll a lot of it has to do with when people reach out to me and say, hey, we would like you to be here. I'm going to try to be there unless I have something else that already have that take precedence over it. Like, say, for instance, if we're talking, you know, the last game to decide who's going to be the champion of the Agape League, you know, I'm probably going to go there instead of going to, like, you know, a recreational a ball game, which that's something I didn't mention too. Park and Rec games, I'm going to try to reach out to the Parks and Recs and say, okay, are you guys okay with me, you know, showcasing you guys on HighDesertHoops.com? And also the NJB, the NJB, the junior basketball, which is the competition there is really good. And if I can get some coverage and some video coverage of that, that's going to be excellent, because that's where you really have your really hardcore basketball players in the high desert. A lot of them come up through that league. So if I can even get that, and that covers like I want to say from junior high up into high school, because I think it's more like of a travel league. So I'm even going to try to get some of that in there too. So.